The Kalamazoo Institute of Arts is known for its various art exhibits, programs, workshops, and events. But did you know about their residency program? We sit down with ceramic artist Lena Thomas to hear about her work and how the KIA is propelling her career.
What are you making here?
I'm making a skull. It's loosely based on a deer skull, but I would say it's morphed into something a little bit different. It's kind of taken on like a flower shape,
right.
And so, yeah.
So what are we gonna do?
So I'm gonna show you how I use cloth flowers that are soaked in casting slip as an accent on this piece.
Okay.
And so I'll just first show you. This is the recipe for attaching slip. It's an Epsom salt solution that I pour into the casting slip, and you can see it makes it kind of like thicken up right away.
Right.
And get really thick. So usually you have to slip and score things to attach them, but when you use this slip you don't have to because it's so thick that it's just like glue.
So what, I was talking to the lady in charge of the program, and she said there were like 20 or 30 students that apply and only 10 get through.
Yeah.
And for ceramics, it's only 2. So you're like one of 2. How does that make you feel?
It's encouraging because, yeah, there's like a lot of setbacks when you're trying to do art. There's like a lot of rejection that you have to deal with. So like whenever like you get like a small victory that's like anything, and this is like a big deal, like a really great opportunity. So.
And the benefits of being in a residency program, because a lot of kids get out of school, right? And what do you do with this gift that you have?
Right.
What does this enable you to be able to do with that gift?
It enables you to like just keep working, keep doing what you love, and so you never have to stop because most artists have to have like a regular job, and then their artistic like practice is sort of separate from that. So this just gives you an opportunity to like use the equipment, the kilns, the wheels, glaze, everything that, I mean, you don't, if you like I live in an apartment, obviously like I can't have a kiln in my apartment
right.
running, so yeah, just something like this is like an awesome opportunity to be able to keep working, keep making art.
Okay, so you gave me the soft piece of clay.
Yeah.
It's kind of chilly in here, so we're getting the heat into it, right?
Yeah, and it's really soft because it's porcelain, so it's even softer than regular clay. And yeah, I was just gonna show you how to make a flower in a different way.
Okay.
So I'll just like rip a little piece off and sort of push that away. Yeah, it gets sticky, so you kind of want to like hit it and then flip it over. Yeah.
Bracelet needs to go off, right?
Yeah.
So when you're in the Kalamazoo Institute of Arts residency program, I imagine that part of that is that supportive environment.
Definitely.
What does that look like?
Yeah, just the sense of community, especially with ceramics. I mean, with all art forms, but especially ceramics, because you can't really do it like by yourself. It takes like a lot of work. Someone has to make clay. People have to load the kilns, unload the kilns. There's such like a vast amount of information and like different technical things you can do that there's so much sharing of information, and it's like, it just makes it so much easier when you have that community. And also just for inspiration, when you come in the studio and you see people working on things and you're like, oh my God, that's so cool. Like I would, yeah.
I do that too.
Yeah, you're like, that's so, yeah, but it's like so different than what you may be doing, but it's like, which is even cooler. And you get
it's like kindred spirits or something, right?
Yeah, and everyone's really friendly, and there's like all sorts of people. There's people that are doing this like for almost like a career. They sell their work, they're like professionals, and then there's people that have just started. There's like kids and teens that take classes, so just like the mixture of everyone, and they make it like inclusive to include everyone in the community. And so after I get it really thin, I'm just gonna rip a piece off and just sort of roll it up. And it's really simple, makes a really sort of delicate looking but pretty strong flower shape.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
That's pretty good, right? For a first
Yeah,
rose?
that's really good. Yeah, and then that could be like a little rosebud, or you could sort of just add some more, and like while you're putting it around, just like squeeze the bottom. And then when I'm done, I sort of just squeeze the bottom part off. And then that's good for, then I'll put the attaching slip on it, and then just stick it on there. Yeah, nice.
Is really?
Yeah.
Well, Lena, it has been so nice talking to you and learning all about ceramics. Your attitude and your outlook, it's just so exciting to be able to see. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me
nice
today.
Nice talking to you too.
Support for Kalamazoo Lively Arts is provided by the Irving S. Gilmore Foundation, helping to build and enrich the cultural life of Greater Kalamazoo.